Watching Channel 13, WTHR Indianapolis. Now, Kevin Rader, Lynda Moore, Rob Guarino's SkyTrack Weather, and Chris Stout Sports. With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 13 Eyewitness News tonight.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Rader.
And I'm Lynda Moore. Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News tonight. In our news, federal authorities will arrive tomorrow to investigate a single-engine plane crash that killed 2 people. Take a look at these pictures taken from Chopper 13. The plane crashed into a Greencastle cornfield in northern Putnam County about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Authorities say 2 men were on board when the plane went down. Sally Dodd was visiting her grandmother when she saw the crash. She describes the very frightening sight.
To the side of the house here, I seen the plane right there, and I could hear its engine revving, like it had been gliding and maybe stalled, and then the engine was all revved up. And it made a sharp turn right just barely up over this tree right here, made a sharp turn to the left, and then it seemed like it leveled off for just like seconds, and then it just started right down.
The pilot, 28-year-old Robert Neely, and 39-year-old Thomas Watkins were pronounced dead at the scene. State police say the plane was owned by Amtrans, a subsidiary of American Transair.
The Marion County Urban Search and Rescue Task Force received its first orders in its 4-year history today. By this hour, the task force is in St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. 62 members who comprise the task force were put on alert this afternoon. That made quick goodbyes at the Indianapolis International Airport when the call came. Then members like Greg Hess boarded the C-141 jet for the 7- to 10-day mission.
Exhilaration, but a lot of cautiousness because we have no idea really what we're getting into. The reports that we're getting right now are saying that we're getting conflicting reports. There's virtually no communication in and out of there. We've already been told that there's a 4-story building that's down with 40 or 50 people trapped, and that's the early reports.
The task force loaded up $500,000 worth of food and rescue equipment to assist them in their efforts. Well, Hurricane Marilyn raged through the Virgin Islands and also Puerto Rico today, tearing apart homes, tossing aside airplanes, and toppling towers. 3 people were reported dead, 100 more injured or missing, including several dozen trapped in the collapsed building. The Marion County Search and Rescue Task Force will be trying to free them on St. Thomas. At last report, Marilyn was 125 miles northwest of St. Juan, drifting harmlessly into the open Atlantic.
An East Side man is dead today after taking matters into his own hands. He was fed up with drug dealers taking over his neighborhood. Richard Scholler was shot in the head after tangling with a group of suspected dealers hanging out near his home. His death has given the neighborhood the strength now to fight back. Eyewitness News reporter Teresa Joyce spoke with his family today.
When it comes to the drug dealers, he had hatred in his heart against those.
30-year-old Richard Scholler tried to single-handedly take on suspected drug dealers near his home. His actions cost him his life.
But I told him to be careful because I read about this kind of stuff every day. But he just had it in his heart that he wanted to handle it his way.
His way was to confront the men he suspected of selling drugs. Someone in the group shot him.
I know that the victim and his family are a very religious family, concerned about their neighborhood, and it was basically a man coming out trying to take back his neighborhood and get the undesirables out of it.
According to some of the many longtime residents in this East Side neighborhood, it's the new renters that are bringing in undesirable elements into their once peaceful neighborhood.
This street then got real bad now. It didn't used to be like this, but now it is.
The victim's father cautions against challenging troublemakers.
You know, I don't want anyone else to think that they can confront these drug dealers and run them out because it's too risky a business. We need to help out the community, yes, but we also need our police officers to back us up when we call them and tell them what is going on.
This neighborhood is now working with police to expose the bad elements. Meanwhile, a family prepares to bury its son. And they say he did not die in vain. Teresa Joyce, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
So far, no arrests have been made.
The murder trial of James Walls is underway almost 18 months to the day after the Carmel triple slayings. Walls is the last defendant to stand trial. Prosecutors said they will present a story of gross misconduct against Walls. Walls is charged with the slaying of Nick Alaminos, his sister Lisa, and Chris James, a family friend. Walls has admitted his role in the robbery of the Alaminos home. He could face the death penalty if convicted.
In Los Angeles, authorities were back at a familiar scene today, investigating graffiti at the Rockingham estate of O.J. Simpson. Police discovered writing scrawled on the street in front of the house and on the gate leading into Simpson's driveway. Some of the graffiti read, "Don't squeeze the juice." But officers say most of the markings appear to be gang-related.
When Eyewitness News continues, a long line of fans were lining up to get an autograph. Next, we'll show you who is traveling cross-country to promote his new book and maybe gain support for the presidency.
And find out why a Hoosier principal has earned national recognition when we come back.
Dodge changed the rules of truck power, the rules of safety, comfort, convenience. And while we were changing those rules, another one changed all by itself. New rule: Dodge pickups now have higher resale than Ford, Chevy, or GMC. Want proof? Check the rule book. The rules have changed. At America's Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
How do most restaurants make chili? With this and this. Frisch's Big Boy makes chili with their own special recipes, starting with extra lean beef, light red kidney beans, and a special blend of herbs and spices. Have your chili in a bowl, or over steaming hot pasta with real Parmesan cheese and a fresh baked dinner roll. Who knows how long this has been sitting on the shelf? Dinner is better at Big Boy because Big Boy starts with better stuff.
Soup's on. Check the can.
Introducing the Marsh Fresh Idea Card. It does so many things, it'll blow you away. Use the card and save in the dairy department. Use it for the freshest fruits and vegetables. Save in our meat department and in our fresh seafood shop. Use it for fast check approval and video rentals. The Fresh Idea Card at Marsh, the most valuable thing in your wallet.
Buick announces final incentives on cars already considered America's best value. Through September 30th, get $2,000 cash direct to you on Park Avenue. $1,500 on the family car of the year, LeSabre. $1,500 cash on Buick's Dynamite midsize Regal. $1,500 cash on Century, Skylark, and Roadmaster 2. Hurry into your Central Indiana Buick dealer with up to $2,000 cash on the line. Now, wouldn't you really rather have a Buick?
More than 1,100 people from as far away as Ohio and Illinois flocked to Noblesville today, hunting for jobs. A Hamilton County job fair was held in one of the fastest growing regions in the state. Application forms turned out to be in short supply as more job seekers turned out than what employers were expecting. Organizers say the overwhelming response to this fair nearly guarantees another one. Retired General Colin Powell embarked on his book tour today in Virginia, but it's still up in the air if he's ever going to run for president. The lines outside the bookstore, people waiting to see Colin Powell, were staggering. Powell plans to use his 23-city book signing tour as a test for a possible presidential run. But as of now, Powell says he's just enjoying the freedom of voicing his opinion before he decides whether to enter world of politics and certain censure. He'll be on tour with his autobiography, My American Journey, coming up through October.
Well, it's always heartwarming to hear of success stories involving education. Well, we have another one for you this evening. The principal of H.L. Harshman Middle School is a national award winner. Marcia Capuano is one of 5 Hoosier educators to receive a 1995 Milken Family Foundation National Educator Award.
Was that Harshman would be recognized as a model urban middle school. Ooh, I see some framing going on here.
Harshman Middle School principal Marcia Capuano is building up her school with a winning philosophy.
I'll tell you what, when you find out what a carbuncle is, will you come and tell me? Okay. There's no child that doesn't deserve the very best in education, and so that's what makes education challenging.
Capuano's job is a challenge at this Near East Side school where she says at-risk children have special medical needs and problems with abuse. She says talking and listening to the children are an important part of her day. When Capuano took over as principal here 5 years ago, the attendance rate was only 79%. Now that figure has climbed to 93%. Capuano says it took hard work to make major changes at her school.
We did a lot of research. You know, we did a lot of surveys trying to find the needs of the kids, trying to find the needs of the parents.
Capuano is doing something right at this school, and everyone's noticing.
I think it's because she treats every child in the building as an individual. She treats the teachers as an individual. She cares.
That tells me there must be some good learning going on right here. Yeah.
Students look up to their principal with pride.
Ms. Capuano is sort of like the mother of this school. I mean, she takes care of the children. She takes care of, like, the staff, you know, making sure that everybody's happy in every situation.
Capuano is modest about earning national recognition. Although she says she's proud to accept the Milken Award, she feels it belongs to her school and the community. Well, the Milken Award is an annual award given to a few teachers and principals from 30 states. Marcia Capuano will receive $25,000 for the honor.
She's very active with the kids, isn't she?
Very, and very well deserved. I'll tell you what, she's a very nice lady.
All right, Lynda. Is there still a chance for rain in the forecast?
Rob Guarino has the details coming up next in his SkyTrack 13 forecast.
With all the changes in healthcare these days, it's nice to know there's a healthcare provider you can depend on, your local Revco drugstore. We provide you with vital information about your prescription through our patient advisory leaflet. And we provide every Revco pharmacist with your prescription history through our prescription access link. Revco's here to help you. That's our promise. That's our pledge.
Revco, a friend for life.
With that kind of commitment, why would you go anywhere else?
Coverage you can count on is more than a slogan. It's a commitment to news, a commitment to you. That's why Eyewitness News is now the official source of news and information on top-rated radio station 95.5 WFMS. Tune in to around-the-clock local news coverage, from in-depth stories to late-breaking news. Plus, get the SkyTrack 13 forecast and traffic updates. WFMS and Channel 13 Eyewitness News. Coverage you can count on.
This is where I work, but this is what my job is all about.
We're a non-profit recycling company, and we look for help wherever we can get it.
I wanted to look for the best way that I could help my community.
A lot of our help comes from Janet Maxwell and the folks at Walmart.
All you have to do is get out there, participate, and be willing to learn.
She's on about every committee that's available around this area.
I think it's very important to be the green coordinator for Walmart. And I'm absolutely positive everyone can make a difference with recycling.
Here's another clever idea from Plymouth. To make the new Plymouth Grand versatile, they simply went back to the drawing board. And voila, a driver's side sliding door was born. Now it's twice as easy to get into, twice as easy to get out of, twice as easy to load, twice as easy to unload. Grand Voyager. It simply slides, folds, protects, unfolds, rolls, and drives better.
Well, we had a pretty nice day after all today, and I guess we'll be seeing the sunshine, or at least over the next couple of days.
Yeah, next couple of days looks good. We had a little bit of rain in the forecast, but, you know,
we didn't get it, did
came out.
there today.
Yeah.
And I don't hear any complaints. You know, when you get the sunshine and you call for rain, people are like, hey, that's great.
It was overcast enough today. You felt like we were going to get it. Something, anyway.
Yeah.
It
was
nice.
nice.
So much cloud cover.
Nice and cool, though. It
Southern
felt
part
good.
of the state. Yeah, it does. We're definitely in kind of a fall pattern here with temperatures in the 70s. Will they last the rest of the weekend? Yeah, we think so. But you know what? Beyond this, next week at this time, we're going to be talking about a real taste of fall. But let's not get there just yet. Looking outside downtown, we're looking at good conditions right now. Clear skies actually in Indianapolis. So we got a little break in the cloud cover at this hour, and that's allowed the temperature to drop off to 63 degrees. We're showing 63 also downtown. Humidity at 94%. Winds are light out of the south. They will be shifting to the northwest later on tonight, and the barometer 29. Steady. Here's what it looks like again right now, about in the 60s overnight tonight. Temperatures pretty much holding into the low to mid 60s and actually around upper 50s in a few spots. Here's Marilyn. Winds 115 miles an hour now. they've just put up hurricane watches for the Bahamas, the Turks and Caicos Islands here, the Turks and Caicos Islands, that is, and we're going to have to see if it just kind of skims by them and then swings up north, but it'll be close enough to where they'll get some gusty winds, and that's why they put that hurricane watch up. Of course, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, no problem here as it starts to move away. Back home here, not a problem really right now, except for this cool front making its way through, sliding through Chicago right now at this hour, right through downtown Chicago. For us, what it just means is some added clouds, again, moving in later tonight. You see that patch of clear skies that we have right now, but this front will set off some more cloud activity. Don't think we're going to get any showers here, but maybe the extreme northern portion of the state, South Bend or so, westbound over towards Chicago, could see some showers moving through. East Coast getting rain for the first time in a while, a good soaking rain, and you can see that's going to be certainly a drought buster for them. Some heavy rain now in South Jersey. Also, there is that line of showers and thunderstorms now moving through Chicago, and again, should not make it in here in Indianapolis as far as rainfall, just some extra cloud cover for overnight tonight. Shaping up tomorrow, just a gorgeous day again, 75 degrees. We've had a great fall so far. I don't think we've really had that many bad days. The winds will shift out of the northwest, keeping us very comfortable, low humidity, mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds in the morning, and there they are etched out here, sliding off to the east, but by the afternoon, you'll see a good bit of sunshine developing here. Upper 60s, northern portion of the state, and then close to 80 degrees down towards Evansville. Now, the temperature scheme sets up like this. These 50s and 60s, they're going to sort of stay bottled up there for at least the first 3 days of the work week, and then we're going to get a cold push from Canada, and we're going to have 60s for highs later in the week, and we're going to have overnight lows in the low 40s, maybe some upper 30s. We could see some outlying areas with a touch of frost by next weekend. So we certainly do have some changes as we go down the road here. Otherwise, for the rest of tonight, again, not a bad night for the overnight hours. Temperatures around 60 degrees as we take a look at the forecast. Again, not a big problem as far as any rain expected. As we take a look tomorrow morning, again, expecting temperatures to start off in the low 60s after we start off around 60 overnight tonight. We'll start off around 60, 62, 63 degrees. Clouds in the morning with some sunshine in the afternoon. And then by the afternoon, 75 degrees. A good-looking day shaping up to round out the weekend. And your extended forecast, I like Monday, but then on Tuesday, we start to bring in some clouds later in the day. Chance of showers Wednesday as a strong cold front makes its way through. And then Thursday, a high of only 65 with lows in the 40s. And that may be the trend for about 2 or 3 days as we head into next weekend. So maybe you get the fireplace going by next weekend.
Yeah, the 60s.
Firewood was delivered at our house just today.
You start thinking about that.
The 60s seem cool, but 40s, boy, is a low. That's getting down
it's getting there. You know, we're
close the windows now. It's getting just comfortable. You can sleep with them open. But
yeah.
2 or 3 blankets.
Not anymore. Okay.
Thanks, Rob. Up next in sports, a shocker for IU fans as the Wildcats walk away with a win.
And with one more round to go, find out who is atop the leaderboard of the Brickyard Crossing Championship.
$285 horsepower, 2 airbags, and 2 easy open tops. The Pontiac Firebird T-Top and Firebird Convertible. Too cool.
Don't miss senior PGA Tour excitement at this year's Brickyard Cross.
Watched by more people than any other network. ABC.
Get ready for something really big. Parisian's grand opening sale with big savings on casual clothes and business clothes. Plus shoes for the whole family. Accessories, clothes for boys to hang out in. Cool stuff for juniors and young men and cute clothes for girls. Our savings on coats will blow you away. How big is Parisian's grand opening sale? Well, the Earth rotates every day. This only happens once a lifetime. Plus, register to win one of 6 free cruises at Parisian's grand opening sale.
We were looking for the most significant vehicle in the market. We weighed technological advancement, value, and performance. Introducing Chrysler Cirrus, Motor Trend's Car of the Year. Chrysler Cirrus. It's not just a step above, it's the new plateau.